Hello once again, audience. I've been mining for about 15 minutes and I've got enough resources, well, more than enough resources to show you how to do some blacksmithing. Now, I had tried recording this video before, but I ran into an RPG World artifact, the Rune Crafter. This is an old item. There used to be a system where you would make a Rune Crafter and you would draw on a blank rune the symbol that you wanted the rune to be, so that you would make a well, look at this spell here, runes. Mux, Cox, Qui, Gaff, so you can make one of those runes by drawing on it. But now the new system is that you melt down magnetite ore in a crucible and then use it on the ground to get runes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First, you need to make a fire pit. So to do that, you need a piece of medium granite rock, and then you need to break it. And you use your pick to break it. You break it into two pieces of small granite rock and a piece of tiny granite. You can use the tiny granite to pave the ground if you'd like. I mean, if you like gray ground, you can pave it. That's fine. You can pave with other things too, like silver, and you get silver ground. It's a decorative thing. It's not a. Has nothing to do with blacksmithing. I'm just telling you something else. Let's get back to blacksmithing. You have your small granite rock. Use your hammer and chisel, double click, and then click over here at the small granite rock. A little window shows up. It's called the multiple item choice window, and it's listing 3 things. You can't see that. It's fine because it's very intuitive. Click on granite brick, hit OK, and you make a granite brick. That's what you need to make a fire pit. You'll use your granite brick on the ground, double click, click on the ground. Another item choice window shows up. You can build walls with granite bricks, or you can build an empty pit. I just made an empty pit because that's what this tutorial is about. So here's my empty pit. I'm going to load it up with some coal. Load it up with some coal, and I'm going to light that coal. Gonna play a pretty loud sound effect about lighting coal, and then I have a hot coal pit. This is what I use to blacksmith. I could use maybe this fire stopper. I could melt down my old tools. I'm gonna melt down this fire stopper, and by doing that, I create a tin ingot. Tin ingot. Now I can use this tin ingot on the hot coal pit again to get a heated tin ingot. Now I can use my hammer on the heated tin ingot to make any item out of tin. I can make a weapon, I can make armor, or I can make a different tool, like a candelabra. That's not a tool, that's a candelabra, but I wanted to. Now I have an unlit candelabra. I'm gonna light that candelabra. Wow, that's so much light! That's just one of the things that I can make with tin. I can melt down some other things. Can I melt down this candelabra? Let me just melt it straight down. I melted the candelabra just straight down, and I lost the candle. Okay, so just by playing with the game and playing with the different items you can make, you can learn a lot from skilling just by going to this menu and selecting different things. Here's a brass chest. Now I can open up this brass chest and put things inside of it. Maybe I'll just melt it down again. It's a tin ingot again. That's so crazy. You see how quickly that happened? Okay, make some other items like a fire stopper. The reason I'm going to make a fire stopper is because, you know, coal is difficult. It's difficult to find. Maybe I don't want the coal pit to be lit anymore because I want to conserve my coal. It's kind of it's a habit I have. It's probably not necessary if you find a bajillion coal, which you'll inevitably do, but when you're starting out, you don't have a bajillion coal, and you want to stop the fire so it doesn't burn out. Okay, I just used a magnetite-filled crucible on the hot coal pit so that I can make melted magnetite-filled crucible. Just wait and see where this is going. I'm using that crucible on the ground. Did you see that? I did it kind of fast. I'm selecting a rune, an Aeon rune. Cool, I just made a rune. The reason this is significant is because there are wizards who cannot make runes because they do not have the skill set required to do that. The reason I'm going to make runes is because I want to sell them to wizards for money. This is the big part of trade skilling. I got fighters who can't make armor. I've got wizards who can't make runes or wands. I'm going to make their equipment and I'm going to sell it to them. And that's the big thing about being a trade skiller. So I'm going to make some more runes. I'm going to double click on my magnetite ore, click on this empty crucible. I load it up. I use the crucible on the fire. It gives me the melted magnetite filled crucible when my character decides that he can do it correctly. There we go. And I use it on the ground. I make a different rune, a buh rune. It's just called a buh rune, okay? Taking a while. Man, I need to up my skills. This is okay, here we go. 10 buh runes. So to get those out, because when you pick up a buh rune, when you pick up any rune from the ground, it automatically goes to your rune bag. So whether you have magic or not, you've got to go to your magic menu, click on rune bag. It pops up. It's very intuitive. You can't see it. Click move to self, and it puts it in your inventory. And then from here, I can drag it onto a trader. Oh, I need to get a trader so I can show you how to sell things. Okay, give me a minute while I prepare for that.